Well, I'm delighted to be joined by Noreen Coen and Jessica Gill, and I know from knowing you in the past that you're great Galway players, great Athenry players, but I didn't realise that you were such great friends. You played together since you were children.
Yeah, I suppose we started junior infants together anyways, and then I suppose I probably started camogie before Jessica because my father would have been highly involved in the camogie at the time.
Yes, yeah.
And Jessica would have been coming down to our house, and she started playing then herself, and she wasn't long developing skills and becoming an excellent player. So it was I suppose it was 7 years of age when we started playing.
Yeah, when we started playing together.
Do you think it's camogie that brought you together as even better friends?
Yeah, probably, I suppose. Well, we started school together and we were all the way through, I suppose. But definitely camogie, yeah. Like we used to meet up all the time when we were younger, playing camogie. We used to be going up the town with our hurls, and yeah, camogie definitely, I think, made us even better friends.
Yeah, we definitely associate camogie with like being our long-term friendship standing now. You know, now everyone, you have young friends. When you're younger, you'd have friends, but as you get older, you'd probably lose contact with people. But I suppose camogie was definitely one of the main things that kept us in touch, meeting up 3 or 4 times a week.
Yeah, I agree with that as well, because you know, when life gets busy as well when you're older, I think we definitely see each other more through going training, or even when you were playing county, we probably wouldn't see each other as much nowadays. And then
we're back with the club.
When we're back with the club, then we definitely would see each other way more.
So just go back to the early days when you were going training. I mean, how many times a week would you train? Would you cycle to training? Would you walk to training? What would you do?
The Praise pitch is the pitch where we would have trained, and it's about, Jessica lives across the road from it, and I'm about 100 yards from it. So that was the meeting point when we were younger. We used to go there with the hurls, I'd say morning, noon and night really, so we were, so it was always there. So it was walking, we'd walk there, we wouldn't have to.
And then if we were training, county training when we were younger, I suppose.
Mickey.
Yeah, my dad used to bring us, I still remember, in the highest van, and we used to be all in the back.
Yeah.
And your dad as well would have brought us.
They would have taken turns, but Mickey probably would have been the main chauffeur there back then. So when we were playing minor, I suppose it was the first under 16, with Galway. He used to bring us Kilkenny, I'll never forget the journeys over. Yeah. We'd nearly die on the way home at times, but we'd get there anyway, so we would.
And were you the only two being brought in the highest van?
No, Stephanie Gannon and Mary Ward as well. Sometimes Mary used to travel with us as well, yeah. So there was
but they were a little bit older than us, so we would have, probably the two of us a lot of the time, There was always one or two other of the girls of us.
And were you picked on the Galway side around the same time?
Yeah, so we won a minor All-Ireland together in 2004, wasn't it? Yeah, 2004.
It was under 16 at the time.
It was under 16 at the time. So we ended up playing, I know I played for 5 years, you played for 4 years, minor, because of the age difference. It was changed from under 16 to 18. So we were all, for them years, we were travelling together. I suppose then when it got to the senior, we were driving then at that stage, so we would have been carpooling with Therese and Gina as well. So,
So you've won All-Stars together, you've won All-Ireland medals together, have you not?
We've won underage, we've won 2 Kilmacods with the club together. Yeah. We've won a school community games with the club as well, the Mosney. And we've won a school with the Prize, and we won a junior All-Ireland with the Prize as well together. Yeah. God,
you've a lot of moments to share. I mean, would you remember, both of you, the games, outstanding games? Do you remember a particular match?
Yeah, we would have won all our county finals together, and the Kilmacods was a brilliant experience. As Noreen said there, when we played with Galway, we kind of job shared. Noreen was playing. We never really played.
We did.
We were on the panel together, but we never.
We actually, I think it was would have been on panel together. But I remember one day we actually probably started together. We rarely started. There was always one of us on and the other off, or something like that. It really was like a job share. So it was. But then I think then in 2008 you started, and I wasn't involved at that stage with Galway. But I started in 2009 then, and I think we kind of, between different things, taking a year out and having babies and things like that, we took breaks in between, so we did.
So Jessica, since Noreen landed you in it, mentioning babies, what's the story with the babies?
So I have 2 boys. So as we said, in 2013 I was training with the camogie team the year they won the All-Ireland, and I fell pregnant with Jack, who will be 7 next week. And then I had a little boy in 2019, Alfie. So yeah, they're great.
Lovely names.
Yeah, they're great boys, and we're living in New Inn at the moment, so they're playing for Sarsfields.
No, they need to be transferred immediately to Athenry.
Yeah. But yeah, no, they're great. And look, at the time, I suppose, I remember when Galway won the All-Ireland 2013, I suppose it was a bitter sweet moment. I was very emotional after it, but I was obviously thrilled for the girls, but I was a bit disappointed, I suppose, that I wasn't involved at the time. But I suppose now I would not change it for the world, and I know it's an All-Ireland medal at the end of the day, but when you have kids, I think it just puts life into perspective, and so it was a bittersweet moment, I suppose, but I was delighted for like Noreen and Trace and all the girls, Gina and the Athenry girls obviously, but just the whole panel as well, because I had played with them for so long, so it was a bittersweet moment.
But all you can do is that when Jack, as he grows up, you just tell him he has to win an All-Ireland medal there, you see, because look what I did, you know? Yes, mammy. I could imagine that, all right. Yeah. Well done, Jack. But it's lovely to have Jack and Alfie.
Yeah, it is great. Yeah. And look, when we were playing club, I suppose Jack was a big part of the trainings. Yeah. I brought him everywhere with me, and he was down at all my training sessions. Alfie, I suppose, is a bit young, and we're not training now at the moment, and I don't know about bringing him down either. They're chalk and cheese. Jack is an angel, and Alfie is mini me when I was younger. So, but yeah, no, they're great.
Yeah. Well, I look forward to meeting them sometime in the future. You're godmother to one of them, aren't you?
Alfie, yeah. Alfie. Yeah. I got the job of being godmother to Alfie, so yeah. Join that now, and I'm also after getting landed the job of being chief bridesmaid for she's getting married next January, so yeah.
Excellent.
So yeah.
Well, no pressure, but I would like an invitation.
Yeah, we'll see.
Tell me about then, what I feel is that it's about family, friends and camogie, and this venture, this project is just building on that really. The foundation is there. Would I be right?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I suppose that's what club is all about, really. It is about your family, and I suppose in terms of my family, my father is the president, and he's who got us started playing, and my mother was involved. She had a secretary role years ago as well, and my sister was part of the years that we won the county finals from 2006 2009 as well, and then my brother was actually involved in the management team. And when we got to the intermediate county final in 2017, so my family would be hugely involved, as would yours. Jessica's father, Mickey, would have been.
My dad would have been heavily involved and a big support to me. But I have 4 brothers, and none of them have anything to do with GA. And my mum is actually from Switzerland, so.
Oh, really?
She has been at maybe 2 matches, I'd say, in my whole life. But
so where did you get the passion for camogie?
I suppose Dad probably would have been involved in hurling when he was younger, but to be honest, full credit has to go to Des Coen. I still remember all the times when we were down your house, and we used to be out, and there was the green out at our estate, and I just remember him trying to teach me how to play hurling, and because you would have been playing a couple of years before me.
Probably started for every year that before.
Yeah, and so that is where it came from, definitely. But my dad is massively involved, as in he still will go down to my trainings now and watch our training sessions, and he would bring me everywhere. Like, I remember when we were younger, I was going into the Mill Street there where the Bridge Mills is. They do French classes. My mum was sending me in there just to spruce up on my French, because her language is French. Right. But I remember Dad used to bring me in, and we had a match over in NUIG, and we didn't get to go to French class. He brought me over to the match instead, but I don't think Mum knows still. But yeah, it's. I just think club is where you start, and club is where you finish. So I think we've met so many friends, from camogie. I have so many friends from camogie, but I suppose myself and Noreen have, started together, and we're still the best of friends. So yeah, camogie is definitely a huge part of our life. Massive, and it's such a good way to get people together, and even the social side of it and the enjoyment you get out of it is, I just winning the county finals, I think, was with your club is just unbelievable. So
yeah, suppose, yeah, at the time we were quite young. We were like probably the younger players on the panel, and I still remember PJ saying to us, enjoy it now, and but like we were thinking, oh God, these county finals, we'll always be winning. At the time you do think that.
You don't appreciate it when
you
you're
don't,
younger.
and it's looking back now, you're kind of like, God, we really like, you'd miss the winning days, but.
Yeah. But I think if we won a county final, we'll just say in the next couple of years, if we ever won a county final again, I think we will probably appreciate it more than.
Because we're now the older ones.
Yeah. We haven't too much time left.
Yeah.
But this development then, to have what you're trying to do to win the house, the car, first prize, to have this massive, magnificent draw, the benefits would be huge, wouldn't it, for Athenry, Camogie, indeed for Galway?
Massive, I suppose, because just really like to raise the standards of Camogie, I suppose, in women in sport, and especially with our club, we're quite a big club. We're the biggest in Connacht. I think we've like nearly 500 members. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So, it's really, I suppose, because we need to have the facilities there to
have our own facilities. The Camogie club to have their own facilities
and not be relying on others. Do you know what I mean? To have your own, to cater for our large numbers, I suppose.
Like trying to get pitches, trying to be begging for pitches and looking for pitches. If we had our own facilities, it would be
great,
unbelievable.
Yeah.
What date is the wedding? I just want to put it into my diary so we have it.
It's meant to be the 28th of January 2022.
2022.
Yeah.
It all depends on numbers now, Marty.
I'm going with
if I can have 500, if I can have 500, you might make the cut. But
you just got yourself a hot date, Noreen.
Okay, that's fine, Marty. That's fine.
Noreen and Jessica, thank you so much.
Thanks a million.
Thanks, Marty.